Alright, I can't tell if this thing's on, but hello everybody and welcome to G8RStreams. It's very spontaneous because I decided last minute to come to the parks today. So, yeah, we're in Epcot now. We're going to be doing a little G8RStream tour of Epcot, likely Hollywood Studios as well. So that's going to be fun. I do have a few things I would like to say first though. I apologize, I'm slightly under the weather right now. And I'm also like sick and things like that. So, not too sick, like, I have a cold. That's basically it. I have a cold, so I'm wearing the mask for safety things. But also, I want to also stress that this live stream is for like entertainment and educational purposes and things like that. So, like, for legal reasons, I should say, it's not for commercial use or anything like that. It's something you do for fun. But enough about all that boring stuff. Let's switch over to the camera and show you what you care about. It's a giant golf ball. Maybe it's friendly. Yeah, Spaceship Earth, the icon of Epcot. It's pretty cool. So a couple fun details about it. The giant triangle thingies on it. It's like giant triangle things. I remember the exact material was called, but they were chosen for weatherproofing reasons. When Disney was designing Spaceship Earth, they wanted to go with material that could withstand hurricane level winds and things like that. So that's what they went with. As far as I know, they've never needed to be replaced, so that's pretty good. But the design is also chosen so that when it rains, it kind of like circulates the water into the system, so it doesn't turn into like a giant waterfall when it rains. So that's pretty convenient today because I think it's going to rain soon, and I don't have a poncho or an umbrella. So that's great for, that's a good thing, right? Okay, I'm just going to turn the screen off real quick to see if the thing's going. Okay, I think it's working. I'm just getting a little worried that it wasn't. So I want to keep going with the mindset that it's still working. So that's gonna be a fun time. So let's switch over the camera real quick to see actual. So right here we have a whole lot of nothing. So they're building something over there. I think it's something for Moana, but I don't actually know. It's the Project Mara building for Spaceship Earth. I think I've been in there one time, but I don't actually remember what's in there. We have the Connections building over here. They've got some nice shops and restaurants and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. The Connections Cafe, that's a really nice restaurant. And, like, I went in there one time and had a milkshake. And the milkshake was awesome, so I come back here a lot for a lot of milkshakes. And that was an incredible story of adventure and intrigue, if I do say so myself. So, we're not going to be showcasing the entire park today because it's raining, and I honestly don't think I see commentary going for the entire park. So, we're going to explore a little bit of Future World. It's called something. Oh, the Thunderbolt. We're going to be exploring a little bit of this area. There's mostly like one big area that I want to showcase for Epcot today. Because I think people watching Epcot things are like looking for one specific thing. So that's pretty fun. So, yeah, let's keep going. Let's switch over the camera real quick. And off in the distance we can see Mission Space. So, fun fact. Mission Space and Test Track were added to the park as a way to like increase the amount of thrill rides. So you can see Test Track over there. So these were added because like in the 70s and 80s and stuff, Michael Eisner realized that there weren't really a whole lot of thrill rides at Disney parks. So his son at the time suggested that they have more like thrill rides and just something for teenagers to do. Because Disney was really well known for like wholesome family entertainment, but at the time not much more than that. So that's what they did. Mission Space, Test Track, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Star Wars. It all started with Star Wars. So Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So there's also one other big ride over here. It's gonna be very well worth mentioning. Can you come over? Like, see? A monorail track. That's where we all came from, I think. Behind it, there's the newest and bestest ride in existence. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. This one's gonna hold a special place to my heart for the rest of eternity. Wait, sorry, relax. Sorry, excuse me. This one's gonna like hold a place for my heart and things like that. I'm not good with words right now, I apologize. This was the first ride that I ever did a cast preview for. I'm always gonna remember that fondly. So I have a lot of fun stories about this, which I will not talk about right now, because we're going to talk about other things. But one big one that I want to talk about right now was the fact that James Rose and I actually rode this one together. So part of the cast previews allowed us to bring like friends and family for one day. So James also lives in Florida, so I invited him. And that was such a fun time. So I had a lot of fun with that. Right now it's virtual queue only, so it's a little hard to get on right now. They're doing that for more recent rides to kind of help keep with crowd control. And also because lightning lanes exist and they want people to buy lightning lanes. So, yeah. But going back to Cosmic Rewind, one fun memory that I really have with that one was that James doesn't get excited about things, but he's kind of like, I don't know how to word it. When he gets excited, he gets really excited. So when we were on Cosmic Rewind, there's one part where on the roller coaster, like he was like literally screaming, "This is so awesome!" And that's like forever burned into my brain now. So yeah, like that's something I'm always gonna remember fondly. So going back over to Mission Space real quick. This ride had a couple of new things added and things like that. So there's the original orange mission, which takes you to Mars, and there's the green mission, which takes you like around the world and things like that. I actually kind of prefer the green mission. I love intense rides, but I think the green mission looks a lot nicer, and it's just more fun in general. So, sorry, pardon me. It's a little hard to see where you're going when you have the camera on your face.
I know, that's what you're commenting about.
So yeah, Test Track. This was originally sponsored by GMC, I believe, some other car company. But now it's presented by Chevrolet, however you pronounce that. So I love this ride. It's basically like a big educational thingy telling you how cars work. And you get to ride a car, so that's fun. And one fun story about Cosmic Rewind that I can share was that when we were going on that ride, we were, like all the cast members going on there, was going through the backstage area. So part of that was going through, like, when you're outside Test Track. That might be a little hard to hear because the music going on right now. What is it? That's the train of thought. Test Track, Test Preview. Yeah, so part of the cast preview was going to backstage. The ride queue actually wasn't ready yet during the first couple weeks of the cast previews. So we went through the backstage entrance and things like that. So on this particular day, we were going through there and we got to walk around the area like outside Test Track when you go through the loop and things like that, and you see the area down there. I'd always wanted to go down there when I was a kid. And that was my first time doing that, so that, on top of being able to experience Cosmic Rewind, was like just a completely mind-blowing experience. So the interesting thing is that like I actually had the chance to do an earlier cast preview than Cosmic Rewind, because I was also like the program started around the time that they were starting to do that for Ratatouille. The thing about that though is that I didn't really have a whole lot of interest for that one, because I already been on the Ratatouille ride in Disneyland Paris. Because of the run I had to do, because it was like a brand new roller coaster I've been looking forward to for a while. So yeah, like that's a pretty fun one. Also, I apologize if the if there's anyone in the chat that I'm not responding to. The stream thing says connecting to the chat, so I don't know if it's us playing it or anything, or I don't know. The stream thing I'm trying to use isn't too great. Last time I tried doing this with crafts, I didn't notice. So hopefully it's still working. I think it's still working. Yeah, it's still working. So let's switch over the camera once again. We get a really nice view of Future World. It's called something else now. I don't remember what it is though. They like divided this area into 3 separate lands. Spaceship Earth is its own land. The land and seas are their own thing now. And the area with Test Track and Guardians, that's like the 3rd area. We can see the flower bed for the 50th anniversary. And this right here is like a cute little area where you can like sit down and relax and get a suntan. Presumably if there was a sun. I crack myself up with my own dumb jokes. Except I don't. Alright, so we had water right there. Water is known for being water and wet, and that's fish in it. That is a scientific truth fact. Everybody write that down. It's going to be on the test. So going into the history of Epcot a little bit, this was kind of like Walt's last dream, if you will. So after Disneyland opened, it was a success, but Walt, of course, wanted to plus it. So when he was coming up with ideas for Walt Disney World, he wanted to do something completely different. He didn't want to build like a East Coast version of Disneyland at all, but the higher ups of the company kept insisting that it would fail if there wasn't an East Coast Disneyland. So with that in mind, Walt only agreed on the condition that the Magic Kingdom be built as far away from the resort entrance as possible, which is why Magic Kingdom is on the very northern part of the place. So Epcot was going to be the focal point of Disney World. It was literally going to be a city. The experimental prototype is going to be up tomorrow. So it was going to be a big city. The layout of it was inspired by Paris, with like the giant circular thingy, all gradually building towards the center of the town. So there's been a lot of debate online over whether or not this would have actually worked. Now, my theory is that it would have worked at first and maybe have gotten better over time. With the way Disney is nowadays, I don't think they would have like kept it or anything like that. Because like Celebration, for example, Disney did eventually build a town, but they eventually sold it, so they don't even own Celebration anymore. So it's a little hard to tell if they would have tried to keep Epcot to the highest standards that Walt would have wanted. But even then, one quote that I absolutely love, I don't remember who said this, I think it was one of the Sherman brothers, but there was an interview where somebody was asking one of them what Walt would have thought of Disney World nowadays. And I love his quote. He said something along the lines of that Walt would have took one look around Disney World and then turned to the Imagineers, and that's what took him so long. I just love that because it really does feel like something that he would have said. Hey, Gigabytes Gaming, how you doing? How's Epcot? Yeah, Epcot's pretty fun so far. I just got here not too long ago. I wasn't going to stream today, but I felt like streaming, so. I do feel a little sick right now. I have a slight cold. I woke up with a cold today, so I'm wearing a mask for safety and stuff like that. We're probably going to go to Hollywood Studios later, which is my favorite park, so that's going to be fun. Now, the thing is, we're not going to go on any rides on stream because I cannot guarantee that the stream's going to continue working in there. A lot of them are indoors, a lot of them require Bluetooth technology, which will interfere with the stream. So, yeah, don't expect us to go on Cosmic Rewind on stream today. Now, what I would like to do at some point later, I would like to do like a little montage thing. So, like taking clips from the streams and like other vlog clips that I've recorded over the past couple months, and kind of make like a Disney College Program video towards the end of my program. So basically what I want to do is like take clips like this and like interweave clips from the rides themselves onto the video. So hopefully that'll work. So switching camera real quick, we're about to enter World Showcase. So this is World Showcase. There's an Imagineering story where they were trying to figure out what Walt would have wanted if Epcot was going to be built into a park. Because like I said earlier, it wasn't going to be a theme park, it was going to be a city. So they had the two concepts. They had the Future World and the World Showcase concepts, like on a piece of paper and things like that in the Imagineering office. And so they were debating which one Walt would have preferred. And some random person who's like super quiet usually took the two pieces of paper, put them together, and said this is what he would have wanted. Alright, so we got that right there. I don't know if the animatronics in there are working right now. The three color words are difficult. The trying to the camera. There we go. The animatronics on there, they were broken for a while and placed as cardboard characters. I don't know if they're still there. I've never actually been on that ride before. I want to someday, just not right now. Usually when I go to a Disney theme park, I usually just go straight to tour rides because I love roller coasters. So yeah, that's always a fun time. I'm gonna keep the stream focused on this camera because it's very crowded out here. But now we're gonna switch cameras once again. Now we have a really nice view of World Showcase here. This is just absolutely beautiful. I'm really glad I'm streaming right now because wow, I love World Showcase in general, but combine that with the clouds, it just looks so gorgeous. By the way, I hope you can hear me okay, because I do have the mic on, which might make me sound a little quieter than usual. So I do apologize for that if it's messing with anything. So now we're entering the Norway Pavilion. This one holds a special place in my heart because my family comes from Norway. Alright, switching camera. Alright, so yeah, we got the cute little Norwegian village. We got that place. I always loved how this one looks. It looks so cool. Now we do get to see some of the trolls around here. They did take all of them out when they brought Frozen to Norway. So, well, let's continue on this way. And over there we can see Frozen Ever After. I'd say official name, but I would just call it Frozen Maelstrom. Because Maelstrom was one of my favorite dark rides in Disney. And I would love to go on this one someday. It looks absolutely incredible. I just haven't yet, because the lines are always really long. And like, you know, let's take a closer step forward. Let's say an actual good view of this. So, let's go through here. Is this restaurant open? I don't think it's open. So, yeah, but now we have the cute little village. Frozen Ever After looks really cool. I really want to go on there someday. Just not today. Not on stream. Someday I'll go on it. A bit of a fun fact. Back when this was just normally Maelstrom, the cave over there actually opened. And you could see boats coming close to the waterfall. Unfortunately, that effect has been taken out. I'm really bummed they did take it out because I always loved seeing the boats coming, and my sisters and I would always like playfully joke that they're about to go over the waterfall and we want to be on the boat when it does someday. So, yeah. I really do want to go Frozen Ever After someday. Last time I went on that ride, it was still Maelstrom. So let's continue onwards. Yeah, this one's my favorite of the pavilions in World Showcase. And like I said, it is 100% because of bias. Because I'm biased because my family is Norwegian. So heading off over in this direction, we're about to enter China. So that's pretty fun. Let's switch cameras once again. Cameras, we can see the China Pavilion. You can see a bunch of birds up there. A bunch of birds doing birdie things, flying around and think they own the place. So yeah, go over here and around this corner. We're not gonna be going in there today, but around this corner is a cute little restaurant. They have some insanely good orange chicken in there. Like my favorite orange chicken. My favorite orange chicken probably has to be Morimoto at Disney Springs. They have some insanely good food there. And it's also insanely expensive. The orange chicken here is also pretty good too. I'm not super hungry right now though, so I'm gonna get food a little bit later. It's not right now. Alright, let's take another look at World Showcase. Alright. Man, I could just watch this for hours. One fond memory I have of Epcot. I don't know how many people are watching this, I don't remember this, but around the Year of Million Dreams celebration, they had a parade called the Tapestry of Dreams. I think that one is still to this day my favorite Disney parade. It was like so cool. The basic idea behind it was that children around the world were like talking about what their dreams were for the future, and they had like a bunch of puppet characters who were like the dream catchers trying to fulfill those dreams. The music was absolutely amazing, but of course it was only for the Year of a Million Dreams, so it's not around anymore. And the thing that's going to make me feel really old is that there's probably people working at the College Park right now who were born after the Year of a Million Dreams was over. So, yeah, I'm old. So, yeah, we're going to continue on this way. The basic idea they have for the rest of the stream, we're going to continue through World Showcase a little bit more. We're not going to see all of it today, but we're going to continue onwards, and then we're going to take a ride on the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios. Do a quick little tour over there and then call it a day. Right. So how's everybody doing in the stream chat? Having fun time? You like Disney parks? I can't tell if anyone's in the stream. Yeah, I really should look into getting like a better recording setup for this. I know a lot of people use like a selfie stick for their park streams, but I don't like selfie sticks. They were also banned for a while from Disney parks. They're not anymore, but that's just a interesting little truth fact. Alright, I'm switching cameras again. I think this is Germany. Yeah, this is Germany. Yeah, this is fun.
They didn't even need the story at all.
One thing I wish was that they'd had more rides in World Showcase itself. Now, the thing about this was that it wasn't really meant to have a whole lot of rides in the beginning. Because like, even though Epcot cost like $1 billion to open, they only opened with 5 rides. It's meant to be like a World's Fair and not much more. The original idea was that Disney wanted to try to talk to like actual governments to sponsor these pavilions, but that was obviously not feasible because having a sponsorship deal with the country is a lot more complicated than a sponsorship deal with a company. So, like for example, one of the more notorious examples was that the Japan Pavilion was going to have a roller coaster based off Mount Fuji. It was basically going to be Disney World's equivalent of the Matterhorn. But it was originally going to be like Fujifilm who's going to sponsor the ride. But then at the last minute, Kodak picked up the sponsorship instead. But they insisted that Disney scrap the Mount Fuji ride. because they didn't want Fujifilm's name to be associated with it. So, yeah, we never got the Mount Fuji ride. Hope we do someday. It's still a really cool idea. Alright, heading off over in this direction. Now we're in Italy. I would love to go to Italy in real life. So I've been to Canada, I think Mexico at one point, France, the UK, and Ireland. I would love to go to Italy someday. Just travel is super expensive. So someday I'll do it. My biggest goal in terms of traveling is to go to every Disney theme park in the world. The only ones I'm missing right now are Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Tokyo. And here's the thing about that. So, as a cast member, cast members are able to get into the parks, but we're also able to go into the parks outside Florida as well. So, a lot of people think Disney World cast members can only go to the Disney World parks. That's not the case. We can go to all of them, except the ones in Tokyo. Because here's the thing. Tokyo Disney is not actually owned by Tokyo. I'm getting mixed up, I apologize. Tokyo Disney is not actually owned by Disney. It's owned by the Oriental Land Company, who licenses the Disney name. So, yeah, my park reservation system doesn't work for Tokyo Disney. And that's the one that I want to go to next. So, that's gonna be expensive to do someday. So, ooh, there's stream chat stuff. A little over 2 weeks until I am there. Yes, I'm so excited. Man, that's gonna be super awesome.
What time is it?
But let's go to Italy too. My biggest goal is to go to Hawaii someday. I would love to go to Hawaii. Hawaii and Alaska are the only two states that I haven't been to yet. So, someday. My goal is to go to Alaska and Hawaii before I'm 30. I'm 25 right now, so I have 5 more years to complete that goal. So, man, I'm old. Whenever I think that, I was thinking that scene from SpongeBob when Mr. Krabs wakes up and it's a song playing over the radio. I was like, you're old. So, yeah. But yeah, my goal is to go to the last of the states before I'm 30. So I really hope I'll be able to do that someday. Even if I am late on that, even if I am late on that goal, it's still gonna be interesting. Most of the people that I work with haven't left the East Coast, or this is the first time on their East Coast that they were in the western part. So it's funny because I was working with one girl who has a friend who really wanted to meet somebody who came from Oregon, because I'm from Oregon. So we got fun talking about that. We came from different parts of the state though, so there weren't a whole lot of Oregon things to talk about, but man, I still miss Oregon. Sometimes there are days where I wish I could just snap my fingers and just be back there for 2 minutes, but I live here now and I like it here. Hello, Thirst Productions. It's Disney time. Woo! Disney! Woo! Switching cameras. We're now in the Japan Pavilion. And now it's raining. Woo! Raining! Alright. So, yeah, this is where words are difficult. The Mount Fuji ride that I talked about earlier was originally supposed to be behind all these pagodas. But yeah, that ride got scrapped and they didn't build it. I can't remember if that or this other thing was supposed to be the first mountain right here. So back in the old days, Disney was trying to build a roller coaster in World Showcase. So that there was the Mount Fuji concept, but there's also going to be the Switzerland Pavilion expansion, which would have featured the Matterhorn. This fell through too because of budget problems at the time. And the third concept was for an Animal Kingdom expansion. This eventually became Expedition Everest, which is still one of the coolest roller coasters in Disney history. I love Expedition Everest so much. It is easily within like my top 3 favorite Disney rides ever. I don't think anything will ever top Rock and Roller Coaster. That's my absolute favorite one. So there's that. There's Expedition Everest. I've recently really loved Tower of Terror. Like, I did not like Tower of Terror that much when I was a kid, but I'd go on with my sister because she loved it. Well, sometimes, but most of the time I'd be too chicken to go on. But lately I've really loved Tower of Terror. So probably one of the bigger reasons why I love it so much now is that I have a friend who Tower of Terror is her favorite ride, and we went on it one time and she was just like raving over it. So hearing her talk about it was like an eye-opening experience. Like, wait, this ride is cool. I do love Tower of Terror now. So that was a fun time. Great Couple Gaming is asking how much longer do you think it'll take for Disney to own everything? Yeah, probably about 2 weeks. It's weird because like Disney is pretty good about like dominating most of the entertainment landscapes they go into, except for video games. They were just dropping the ball with video games. So if they were to buy another company, I think they're gonna try to buy like a video game company. Like I could potentially see them trying to acquire someone like Microsoft. That'd be like a huge deal if that happened. I don't think it will though, but I'm just imagining that would happen. Mostly because I think it would be kind of funny to have a little ride in Tomorrowland. That's never going to happen. But I think that'd be kind of funny. Like just retheme extraterrestrial into something for Halo. So that'll never happen. Oh, this is a great view. So yeah, we have World Showcase here again, and it's raining because of course it is. We got Spaceship Earth over there. I always imagined like some big giant guy standing over there and like smacking Spaceship Earth into the lagoon like a golf ball. That was the mind of an 8-year-old me, like a million years ago. That giant blue building over there is the show building for Cosmic Rewind. So that's pretty interesting. And over there is the rest of the World Showcase we're not going to be demonstrating today. Like I would go over there, but I also just kind of want to go and like go to Hollywood Studios right now. I'm really hoping the rain doesn't affect the Skyliner, because that's one big thing that I wanted to demonstrate on stream. So right now, we're going to my second favorite pavilion in Epcot, Paris. France, that's the name of it, France. Paris is a city, France is a country. I said, no, I've been there. I love this area. Like, I think this has like the best theming of all the Disney pavilions in World Showcase. It looks amazing before they brought Ratatouille in as well. So there's one area I'm trying to find. I don't remember exactly where it is, but well, there's fountains over there. You know what? Let's walk over here. I was going to like just walk straight to the Skyliner, but let's demonstrate this area just a little bit more, because there is a new ride over here that will be fun to talk about. Right over there. You got the Eiffel Tower right there. That's pretty fun. So one interesting thing about Epcot, so one thing Disney really takes seriously is sightlines. So when they were designing Tower of Terror, they designed the front of it to look like a kind of like a spooky haunted hotel. And there's a theory saying that Disney intentionally designed the back of it to resemble the Moroccan skyline, because that's what it looks like when you're looking at the Tower of Terror from Epcot. But a little fun fact, that was a coincidence. They did not plan that. It just happened to turn out that way though, so yeah, that's pretty fun. Switching camera, we got Remy! Remy, yay! It's like one of the most underrated Disney characters ever. I love Remy. And now over here, this is gonna be where the new Ratatouille ride is. So if you've ever been on like a trackless ride, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or something like that, it's the same ride system, but it also uses like 3D screens and things like that. It has a lot of really cool effects to give off the feeling of you being like a tiny little rat. I love this ride. I've only been on the Epcot version once, so that was like, it looks like the Skyliner is not running right now, so we might have to figure out some other way to get Hollywood Studios. So that's a fun thing. And around this corner over here, Chef Gusteau's. It's crowded over there, so I'm not going to go much further. But the fountain over there, I absolutely love it. You can see like rats and wine bottles and things like that. It's really cool. So next time you go on Epcot, definitely check out Ratatouille. I'm not just saying that because I'm a cast member. I'm saying that because I actually legitimately enjoy that ride. This whole thing is not sponsored, by the way. Like, I'm just doing this for fun. Through Productions thing, I don't remember there being a lot of rides at Epcot. There still aren't a whole lot of rides. Like, they do have Guardians of the Galaxy Comic Rewind that opened recently, which is probably one of the best roller coasters I'll ever go on. It is really, really cool. But I won't say why, because spoilers. You gotta check it out for yourself. It's awesome. If we do a roller coaster, right? Big Words Gaming says if we do a roller coaster, it'll probably be something like Snow White, right? Or Thunder Mountain. So, sorry, excuse me, pardon me. Pardon me, excuse me. Sorry, there were a lot of people right there. So, if you do go on a roller coaster, if you don't like roller coasters in general, Thunder Mountain is probably one of the better ones to go on because it's not too intense. It's more so just the fact that it has a lot of turns, and the turns are just like a lot of fun. But Snow White is also really fun too. That one's interesting. It spins like this, like the little logs you're riding on. They'll kind of sway back and forth as you're on the ride. So that could be really fun. If you're looking for a simple, not too intense roller coaster, there's also Goofy's Barnstormer, which is that one's fun because like my sister and I, we ride that one all the time. Even though it's really made for like toddlers, it's not really intense like at all. Like a 2-year-old could ride it. But my sister and I always go out of our way to ride it, even though like the walk to get out of Barnstormer is actually longer than the ride itself. This section says I really only remember that one dragon ride. I'm trying to remember which one we're talking about. Dragon ride. That's gonna bother me. This section says, Ratatouille is a ride? Can you eat at Gusteau's? You can in Disney Paris. There is a Gusteau's restaurant in Disneyland Paris, if I remember correctly. I think there's one here too. I don't remember though. I don't remember off the top of my head if there is a Gusteau's restaurant here. It'd be cool if there was. Because I know for a fact there's one in Paris. Or at least there was last time I was there. But like, yeah, it's really cool there. There was a ride with an imagination dragon. Are you talking about Figment? Journey into Imagination with Figment. Because that one has some pretty cool history. So, when Epcot opened, Disney insisted on there not being any Disney characters in the park at all. Because they figured if you want to see Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck or Goofy or anything, you'd want to go to Magic Kingdom. So they insisted that Epcot only have original characters. And when it opened, there were 2. Figment the Dragon, and what's his face? The Timekeeper? I think that's what his name was. He was like some old guy who was like, Figment was like his sidekick. I'm totally blanking on his name and I feel really bad because I love this guy. But yeah, that was the history of that. I think pretty much nowadays only Figment is in the parks now. The Dream Time guy, he's not here anymore, which is a little disappointing. Yeah, the purple dragon is Figment. Yep. Oh, you have a toy of him. That's cute. Alright, so it looks like the Skyliner's not running. So that's a little bit on the unfortunate side. I'm gonna keep walking this way anyway because I feel like it. So, like, he has a power with that rainbow coming out. Yeah, I think that is Figment. So, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm trying to think about what I want to do next because the Skyliner is currently down, so we won't be able to take that. I think I'm gonna go ask them if it will be back up soon because it's starting to clear up. If not, there's also like a really long walkway, but that would take forever. So, yeah, you never knew his name before? Yeah, his name is Figment. So, he's a real fun dragon. So, let's continue on this way. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's a birthday. Happy birthday. It's a birthday. Thank you so much.
Alright, so, yeah, we'll continue onwards. The boats might still be working. The Skyliner is definitely down, but maybe the boats are working. That's the current mindset that we're gonna go with. Nope, it's not. Alright, so the boats aren't working either. So, we get to witness something together. We're gonna walk to Hollywood Studios. I've never taken the walkway there. It's gonna be a long walk. So, that's gonna be a fun time. Actually, you know what? I am gonna ask them if it's gonna be back up soon. Hi, pardon me. You know the Skyliner will be back up within like an hour or so?
I don't know how long it's going to be, but there's buses at the front of the park to get back to your resort.
Is the walkway still open?
Yeah, you can walk. You can use the walking path to get to Hollywood Studios. Is that where you're headed to?
Thank you.
That's what I would do. Walk fast for the next rain show. What? I could do with this all day.
Cast members are always fun to talk to. Walking time. Cue the music.
Last night was not the case.
So I've never walked this pathway before. And knowing my luck, by the time we get back over there, Skyliner's gonna be running again. Let's experience this together. Let's put the camera and go on a merry little stroll around the park. Nothing can stop us now. I don't know how. Let's start going and forget the lyrics. Yeah, I always think that whenever I hear the phrase, like, you can't stop me or whatever. It's like the opening of the Runaway Railway song, which Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway is like one of the best Disney rides ever. Like, I am bummed that they closed Great Movie Ride, but oh my god, Runaway Railway is so much fun. Alright, I want to take off my mask for a little bit. Feeling a little better right now, but we're asking, what's the best place to eat in Epcot? Oh, there's a lot of really good places. So, let's think with recommendations. There's that one restaurant I pointed out earlier on stream in the China Pavilion. I don't remember the name of it, but they have some really insanely good orange chicken. Where am I going? Okay, this way it looks like it goes through the Dolphin Resorts. That looks like the boardwalk. No, boardwalk is over there. Where is that? What's that place? I don't know. Let's go this way. Alright, so some other good recommendations. So I also really like this one restaurant in the England Pavilion. It has some pretty good really good fish and chips. The fries are pretty good. They only give you like one thing of the fish though. It's one of the few things of seafood that I can actually eat, because, bit of a fun fact, I'm allergic to most seafood. So if I eat shellfish, I will die. Not really, my lips just get poofy, but I was told not to eat it because I would die. I was saying that all dramatic, like. It's not like a serious allergy or anything like that, but like, yeah, it's definitely altered the course of my life, and I will never be the same again, because I would die. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. What's some other fun Disney facts we could talk about? So this entire area is like officially referred to as the Epcot Resort area. It's kind of considered like a separate resort in a way from like Magic Kingdom. Because with Magic Kingdom, you have the theme park, and you've also got the Polynesian, the Contemporary Resort, a few other places nearby as well. Here, we got Epcot and Hollywood Studios. We got whatever that place is. I can never remember the name of that one. But it has a cool pirate boat. And I like cool pirate boats. We also have the Swan and Dolphin Resort, which, ooh, that's a fun fact I could talk about. So the dolphin, it looks like a giant fish on there, doesn't it? That's because the exact dolphin that was modeled there, it's inspired by the earliest interpretations of the dolphin. So you also see this around the Italian Pavilion at Epcot as well. But the basic mindset was that when dolphins were first discovered, people didn't really know what they looked like outside of like word of mouth, because, you know, this is like hundreds of years ago. The internet didn't exist yet, so we couldn't just Google a picture of a dolphin. So people were mostly going off word of mouth what a dolphin looked like, and that usually translated into like a big giant fish with a blowhole. So naturally, people imagined it was a monster. So imagine it looked like a fish with scary teeth, scary demon teeth. They wanted to steal your soul, and that's why the dolphin looks like a fish. That's a fun fact. This is the boardwalk. Oh my. Okay. Okay, so I'm super happy. I've never been to the boardwalk before. I didn't think this was part of the walk over to Hollywood Studios. I've always wanted to come here. This is like the big Disney hotel that I've wanted to go to forever. I'm walking on the boardwalk. This is so exciting. I'm super happy with that. Here's Blexens is asking, is there a real dolphin? I hope so. If you're paying prices for a hotel called the Dolphin, you better see a real dolphin. At least with the Swan, you get to see a bunch of birds. I don't know about the dolphin. Boardwalk's ice cream, Boardwalk Bakery. And I've always wanted to come here. Marvelous margaritas. That'd be cool if I drank alcohol, but I don't like alcohol, so probably not gonna stop there. Especially not on stream. Again, I apologize if I sound a little sniffly right now. Boardwalk Joe's. That's one other off of my name. Let's take a closer look at the water. Because I've come through here like a bunch of times on the boats. Because my family and I would always take the boats. Mostly because the Skyliner didn't exist when I was a kid. But man, this is gorgeous. It's also like really ingenious design to have all the hotels like centered like this, because not only does it take less space, but you also get to like see off in the distance of the other hotels, so you'll be like, man, I'm curious about that one. I'm gonna go there next time. So like, it's really cool because you go over there and you see the giant pirate ship, and it looks really cool. And then you're here and see all these cool things, like the flying fish. And see all these cool things, it just looks really cool. They also do something similar with like the Value Resorts as well, because the Art of Animation and Pop Century are across the river from each other. They have like a bridge between them. It's mostly because like there's supposed to be like a completely different concept for that one, because the Pop Century was meant to like resemble all the different like pop culture thingies from like the late 1900s. While there's gonna be like another one that will resemble the early 1900s. It's supposed to be like 2 separate resorts. But the one based off the earlier 1900s, that concept was scrapped. They had the first building like under construction, so that's why when you look at the Art of Animation Hotel from like a bird's eye view, you can tell one of the buildings looks older than the other two. That's a fun little fun fact. Greg Upper's Gaming says, why things I find cool, the Orlando airport has a hotel. Huh. I think I knew that, but I don't remember. It's pretty interesting. It's also pretty smart because a lot of people traveling, so probably goes without saying that they'd want people to like stay sleeping and stuff. There are shops here. Is this something that I can play? Well, there's nobody there, so I can't right now. But like, can I play this even though I'm not staying at this hotel? I want to, because those plushies look super cute. They have another carnival at Dino Land in Animal Kingdom. Oh, I almost slipped right there. What's the thing? They have the Dino Land, and I want like a cute little Triceratops toy there. It was super fun. There's also this other family who they were playing most of the same carnival games I was, and I always love seeing like little kids like all happy and stuff like the Disney parks, because they're at Disney, so it's like just super genuinely wholesome and things like that. There's one kid who was super excited about winning like a pterodactyl toy. It was really adorable. So now here's the $3 question. Where do I go now? Jelly Rolls. They have a similar named place at Disney Springs. I don't remember the name of it though. But yeah, they opened there. It was apparently a big deal. A lot of people were asking if I went there, because I went to Disney Springs around the same time that place opened. I didn't know what the big deal of it was though, so I didn't go. But apparently it looks cool. Is this a real dance hall? That's pretty interesting. And I don't think it's open though. I guess at least it's not open right now. Amy says, one thing, not why thing. Boats! Wait, no, I gotta put the camera for this one. Boats! Oh boy. Okay, flipping the camera again. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna walk through this one dolphin hotel now. Okay, this is cool. This is all of the poggers. And yes, I said poggers. This is Toad's Fleet. It's Sleigh. It's poggers. It is Trippy. And I just lost all my subscribers. Everything says I ate a foot-long hot dog on Dino Land. I haven't tried the hot dogs there, but that was sometime. My thing is that like I usually just eat the same thing every day. I rarely ever go away from that routine. So it kind of takes a lot of convincing for me to try something else. Like there's a Woody's Lunchbox over at Toy Story Land, and people kept telling me that the tachos there were really good. But I didn't try them until like last month or so, and it was pretty good. So yeah, if you ever go to Woody's Lunchbox, the tachos are definitely some of the yummiest of the food. So that's a cool little waterfall over there. Man, this entire area just looks, man, like this is like one of those places where I'm never going to be rich enough to be able to stay here. But getting like this little sneak preview, like of the walkways, this is ingenious. Because like The average guest probably won't be able to stay on one of these. They'll be staying on one of the value resorts. You know what? This is what the Galactic Star Cruiser needs. Even though it'd be hard to do with the way that place is structured, they need to have like some kind of tour for like guests to go through and just experience the Star Cruiser like as a normal attraction, because that would convince people to like actually want to stay there. Like Star Cruiser isn't like all doom and gloom right now, but it is having trouble. Like, oh, wait, I got an idea. I have an idea, and it's gonna be awesome. So, people who follow my Instagrams should know that I usually have a pal with me. My cute little porg. His name is Esteban. So, let's do this. We're doing this. This is gonna be awesome. All right. That. How do I turn off the chat on stream? Trying to get a good shot of the hotel without the stream chat. It's probably going to be the best thing to do. But yeah, the man. He fell! Esteban, my friend, how could you fall? It's my head cannon that Esteban can't fly. So, yeah, that kind of goes along with the story of the legendary pug. Oh, they got Let It Go playing now. That's fun. So we got the swan over there. Got the dolphin over here. I really like these hotels. I just don't think they're in a good location, because you can see a lot of the statues from the World Showcase pavilions, which like can kind of ruin the sightlines. And that's one of the big things about Disney, is that they want to keep sightlines consistent. Okay. Now, here's the next question. Do I continue this way for going to Hollywood Studios, or I think I do. Well, this is quite the conundrum. I am now lost. I'm a lost toy. Okay, well, this is super helpful. I think Hollywood Studios for me. I really hope this song doesn't get this stream copyright taken down. I might need to backtrack a little bit. The inspector says, "Oh no, not Esteban. How's this coming? Don't lose Esteban 2.0 because you don't need to let him go." I see what you did there. They actually found the original Esteban. Those of you who don't know, Esteban went missing one day. Like, I lost him on the boat. Is that where I go? Okay, that's the boat that goes to Hollywood Studios. So by process of elimination, I have presumed that is the direction that I need to walk with my feet. Backtrack so you don't get copyrighted. Okay, I think that is the pathway that I need to take. So let's continue this way and follow the river. We're following the river, the river, the river. We're following the river. And I can't sing. I can't come up with lyrics to save my life. Okay, yeah, this is the way we want to go. I remember now. Alright. I put Esteban in my pocket, but I'm going to keep a close eye on him, because I don't want to... Okay, now I'm curious. Is the Skyliner running again? Because the boats are running now. The boats are running, which means that at least that's going back. So now I'm wondering if it'll be worth it to go back and just to go on the boat. But we already walked this far, so might as well finish our adventure. Yeah, we took the wrong turn because I'm a big doomy head. Yep, that is the direction that we want to walk. We found the way. And of course, there is a sign right there that could have saved us all the trouble if I learned how to read. So continue on this way. Nice thing about going to Orlando is I can hang out all day before my flight back home. Yeah, you had to, for PAX, you had to leave really early that one day, didn't you? I was so really bad about that because I couldn't wake up early enough to like see you off that day. I was so really bad about that. Hopefully that won't be a similar situation here. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm trying to be vague about the details because I don't want to jinx anything on stream. Because I have a tendency to jinx stuff. So now we're gonna walk over here and go boats. Hi, boat. The skipper waved. Oh, the skipper waved. The skipper waved and then rang the bell. That just made my day. This is super awesome. Oh yeah. Oh man, I love it here. I love it here. Oh man, okay, I'm gonna flip the camera real quick so you can see my face. Yes. I was just being goofy and waving at the boat. And then they waved back and rang the bell. I just made my day. And it's on stream, so it could be on the thing forever. That is super exciting. And my voice is high pitched because this is what happens when I get happy. Whew. Okay, normal voice mode. Whew. My flight back home does not leave until almost 9 p.m. So we should be good. Yay! Alright. Flipping the again. You got to see my beautifully facial hair covered beard. I was gonna shave today, but I forgot. So yeah, that's I'll shave when I get home. Shaving is important and stuff. So, lovely people of the stream chat, what are your favorite Disney rides? Do you like roller coasters? Do you like gentle rides? Do you like parades? Do you like the bus routes? Do you not like the bus routes? Do you not like roller coasters? Do you not like me? Because that's a question that I don't care about. Ooh, lily pads. I love lily pads. These places are Splash Mountain. Yeah, Splash Mountain. I love that one, but I always have my bag with me. And I always carry notebooks on my Switch in there. So I don't really like bring my... I don't really go on Splash Mountain that much. I remember last time going on it, like my sister and I went on Splash Mountain. We both loved it. We still love it today. The drop was a lot steeper than I remember it being. That actually kind of freaks me out. Like in a fun way, like, no, oh my goodness, this ride is scary, I never want to go on it. No, I'm not like that. It was more surprising. So, yeah, like one of my favorite things ever is to like come up with ride concepts for what I would do if I were to have my own theme park. So, I love going on roller coasters and things like that because it helps me figure out what I would do with my own... Excuse me, that was a disgusting noise. What I would want to do for my own roller coasters. No. So, like, one idea that I would love to do sometime, like, this is like decades in the future, like when I'm 30. This is like in the distant future where I'm a bazillionaire and can do stuff like this, but I'd love to have a roller coaster design where like the car like splits in two and like each side of the car goes its own separate way. So like you could be told the left side is going to be a lot more gentle, but if you're a thrill seeker, the right side would be more intense. Because like what I would love to do is like have the backs, like have the one side end up going backwards for a little bit, and then the two tracks meet again, and the backwards facing track is a little bit ahead, so the passengers would face each other. Because like I think that would be really cool. So Disney, if you're watching this, you get that idea for free. I wouldn't even sue. Universal, on the other hand, we gotta talk about this. Oh, there's a birdie! There's a birdie over there. Hi, birdie. Yeah, just sitting there smiling and whatnot. We'll let it pass this time, little birdie. Feed the birds, and what have you got? Fat birds. Remy says, I know last time I went to Magic Kingdom, watched the fireworks with my sister and her husband went on Splash Mountain multiple times. They said they saw the fireworks as they were dropping. When I went in Snow White, I got stuck in the front seat. Did you not like the front seat? With roller coasters, I never know where I want to sit. Because the front seat, yeah, like, you get to feel more of the wind up against your face, so it feels like you're going faster. But the back of it is also getting dragged, so the back feels a little bit more wild. Next Expedition Everest is pretty interesting, because that one, I really like being in the middle seat, because when you're going backwards, you're going through the helix and things like that, you get to feel a little bit more of the energy as you're like whizzing by and things like that. It feels really cool. It's hard to describe. But like going on the topic of like rides, like riding them at like super cool times, I have two really fun stories about that. So like two of my favorite rides at Hollywood Studios, Tower Terror and Slinky Dog. I'm going to start Tower Terror first. So that one, when you go to the top of the tower and like the windows open, that was a really cool time because there was a thunderstorm going on outside and it was raining and there's like lightning and stuff. Now, I don't think this actually happened. What I think actually happened was that when the window opened, the spotlight moved by. But the way the spotlight moved, it registered in my head at first as a lightning bolt struck as the tower opened. I think it was just a spotlight. But when I tell the story, I use the lightning bolt version because that's cool. I told my sister that and she was like, totes jelly. She was all of the peanut butter and jelly. Hollywood Studios is just up ahead. I think we'll be going. Yeah, we'll be going on for an hour now, so that's fun. I was the last one to get on the ride and only front row seat was left. But you got one of the cooler spots of the roller coaster. So the other story, Slinky Dog, that one was also a really fun time too, because with Slinky Dog, one of the cooler parts of that ride is that after you do the first launch, you get to like a really high spot and you're kind of up there for a long moment, because like roller coasters tend to do that to give you like a little glimpse of how far down you're going to be falling. It adds to the thrill factor and it's really fun. I love coasters like that. So this is like one of the last rides of the night. So, sorry, there's a thunderbolt that distracted me. Where am I going with the story? I am losing my train of thought and cannot word right now. Slinky Dog, last ride of the night. So we're going there, and when we get to the top of the highest hill, the fireworks at Epcot start going off. And I really, really wish that I was recording that. Like right before I was trying to decide, do I want to try recording footage of this? There's a bird over there. There's a bird over there. Hello, birdie. You see this bird flapping its wings? Like, hey, look at me, I'm a bird. There was this one bird at costuming who was like nesting near a tree there, and they would just ram into anybody who would walk by. This poor girl actually got scratched, and I felt so bad for her. She was like the biggest sweetheart in the world, and she was like so sad going into work that day. Yeah, that was like one of the cooler things about Slinky Dog. So if you ever go on that ride, try to make sure you time it so that you're like on the roller coaster around 9 o'clock. Because that's probably going to be one of the best times to go on there if you want to get that experience for yourself. And that right there, that's what I was talking about earlier with the Tower of Terror. So the neat thing about that one is, like I mentioned earlier, the back of it kind of blends into the Morocco skyline at Epcot. But that was a coincidence. They did not plan that. It just so happened that way. But the more commonly fan theory, whatever term we want to use, was that was intentional because Disney thinks a lot about skylines, but no, that was a coincidence. Danger, alligators and snakes in the area. Oh, they know there's a gator in the area. They're on to me. Gaming says, any parks you've never been to in Florida you want to go to? I haven't been to Universal Studios ever. I really want to someday. Like, I really want to go to Universal because, like, they seem to have like a lot of really intense roller coasters, and I love roller coasters. So they have some cool ones. They have they have Hagrid's motorcycle, whatever it's called. The Hagrid roller coaster looks fun. The Velocicoaster, like everyone talks about that one. I want to go on it so bad because it looks so cool. I want to go on that one so bad because I love roller coasters. But but yeah, it's I haven't been to Universal Studios yet. So someday I will. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna go. One of my earlier ideas was to try to go on my birthday, but I ended up doing a different idea where, like, for years I'd wanted to try to go to every Disney park on the same day, and on my birthday I was able to do that, so that was really cool. So I guess I could talk about that story too. So with actually I'm reading the chat first. Universal was awesome. Yes. I also want to go to Busch Gardens. Don't hurt my cousin Kater. Yeah. So yeah, the birthday story. Universal is my favorite park I've ever been to, despite all the big rides. It still has the tamer rides compared to Busch Gardens. I know Busch Gardens has that one roller coaster that, like, drops straight down. I want to go down that one someday. That's like all the way out. That's like all the way out in Tampa. So that's a little hard to reach. It's a little bit out of the way. So can't exactly go over there yet. But we're almost at Hollywood Studios now. It's gonna be super awesome. So finally finishing my story. For my birthday, I went to Magic Kingdom. No, I went to Hollywood Studios first. And then went over to Magic Kingdom. So I went to Hollywood Studios, went to I'm trying to remember the order that I went and everything. I went to Hollywood Studios and went on Smuggler's Run. I wanted to go on Rock and Roller Coaster, but the line was really long that day. And I was like kind of like on a tight schedule that day. But so after that I went to Magic Kingdom, went on Big Thunder Mountain, and then Space Mountain. Then was over to Epcot for Mission Space. Then Animal Kingdom for Expedition Everest twice in a row. And I finished the day over at Hollywood Studios again. And this is really fun because, like, my friends, they were also going to Olga's Cantina. Like, I spent my birthday by myself, but some of my friends from Olga's Cantina were, like, saying bye to one of the bartenders who worked there. So they also asked me if I wanted to go. And this is so cool. I posted this on Instagram, but, like, they surprised me with a cupcake. I loved that so much. I did not see it coming, but I just loved that. Look at this. Look at that. They were not running a second ago. They were not running a second ago. We walked all the way over here. Literally got turned around. And the second we get to Hollywood Studios, the Skyliner's running again. That's exactly my luck. That is exactly my luck. We gotta get that on video though. That was really funny. So, yeah, we're gonna take our Skyliner trip now. We're gonna take our Skyliner trip. We're gonna go on the Skyliner and it's gonna be awesome. It's not gonna be as long as before, but we're still gonna go on Skyliner and it's gonna be a fun time. Skyliner, here we come.
We're still not up. We're just doing testing. You'll be waiting up there until
Hey. Alright, so they're doing testing. We'll still get to experience the joy of waiting in line. It is a little loud out here though. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me. Alright, so basically what's going on right now is in the Skyliner. Sorry. The Skyliner is, they're testing right now to make sure that it's working properly after shutting it down. This is like standard procedure, so it shouldn't be too long. But I guess now it's gonna be like our little intermission. So that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna say 1,700 years.
Hello, we are conducting pre-flight checks at this time. We will be boarding momentarily. Thank you for your patience.
Hi guys, Skyline is running on. We're going against the electrical activity in the area. Bus transportation is available for you. I cannot have it at
It's kind of big reason why I'm not streaming rides on these. Because most of the stream would probably be waiting in line. So, yeah. Oh, it's working! Alright, intermission's over. We're about to go on the Skyliner. One. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna have this party. Hold on right there.
I would assume it would run for like the next hour there. But people walked past and went to, I mean, it
Alright, the background's been unmuted, so turn off the microphone for a little bit right there because I wasn't expecting that we were riding Skyliner with some other people. And so I could use the microphone during that trip. But now we're gonna go back around. So yeah, we're gonna head back the other way, take the Skyliner back over there. Hoping we can get our own car this time, so I can actually talk to us. Excuse me, that was disgusting. I'm so sorry, I feel that one coming. Yeah, we're gonna go on the Skyliner again. I'm actually gonna have the audio on this time. This section says sky time. That's faster than I thought it would be. The advertiser is on hang ones. Thank you. So, yeah, now we're gonna go on the Skyliner again. The route from this one to Hollywood Studios isn't very long, but if you're going from Hollywood Studios over to Epcot, that's about 20 minutes or so. Like on average, I like calculating ride times, so it took about 23 minutes or so to get from Epcot to Hollywood Studios. So, if you're going that way, it's a lot longer. But man, I just love this so much. I love the Skyliner. This might be my favorite mode of transportation at Disney now. Like, I'll always have a soft spot for the boats, and Monorail is always really cool too. But this is just awesome. So, what I really love right here about doing this is just like, what I love about the Skyliners is just it gives you like a quiet time to just be alone with your thoughts and just write and stuff like that.
Gentlemen, and islanders of all ages, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
So yeah, I always just love taking this time to like work on some writing and like write notebooks and things like that. And one of the most fun times like ever.
Throughout his life and career, Walt Disney had a passion for animals and the natural world. Today, we are traveling through one of the many here at Walt Disney World Resort. If you're lucky, you might spot some of the happiest wildlife on Earth.
I always wanted to do that. Where is it going with this? I don't remember now. Oh, I remember something. So, that's not what I was going to say a moment ago, but it's a different story. So, one of my favorite times going to the Disney parks, so, a friend of mine were going out for ice cream one day, and last minute we brought along, like, another friend. So, after we got ice cream, we all had work that day, and it was going to be a really late shift because it was a Disney Vacation Club event, so the park was going to be open later. So, we all knew it was going to be an interesting night, so we decided, okay, after ice cream, let's go do something fun. So like we spontaneously decided to go to the parks, even though we only had like an hour or so to actually do anything. So what we did, we're gonna go to Hollywood Studios, but the reservations were filled up, so we went to Epcot instead. We walked in there, literally turned right back out and left, because you can do that if you have park hoppers.
In just a few minutes, we will be arriving at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Whether you plan to visit a galactic outpost or play with all of Andy's toys, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, everyone can become the stars of their favorite cinematic stories.
After we left Epcot, we went straight to Hollywood Studios. We didn't actually get a chance to go on a ride. I heard that they both went on Star Tours afterwards because I started work earlier in the day than they did. They both went on Star Tours, but we all went out to go get some blue milk. It was such a fun time. I think I posted our group selfie on Instagram, but I loved it so much. It was such a good day.
Remember to double check your star-studded itinerary using your My Disney Experience mobile app.
Hollywood Studios is a park that I've always had a soft spot for. This is my favorite of the Disney parks. So the fact that I work here, like I literally don't think I could have gotten a better role when I got to the college program. Because back before it was canceled in 2020 because of the thing going on, I think I was supposed to be custodial. But then when I reapplied and got here, I got Galaxy's Edge instead, and I just love it so much.
Gentlemen and members of the Academy, welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Back in my day, it was Disney MGM Studios.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open. When exiting the cabin, please supervise children, collect your belongings, and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us. Por favor, permanezcan sentados.
And now for the best part.
Se abren automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos. Revisa su pertenencia. Lleve sus vasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
I love how close we get to the Skyliner in front of us. Alright, so we had our Skyliner trip, and now let's go to the park.
Watch your 7/8 again, my friend. Welcome to Hollywood Studios.
Thank you. Everybody there says, back in my day, it was just a swamp. What are you doing in my swamp? Alright, so yeah, let's take a tour around Hollywood Studios. It's gonna be a super fun time. It's gonna be awesome. It's a lovely day to walk down the road. Very stop seeing how it looks. Alright, so let's continue onwards. So my goal is to try to do a stream like this for every park at one point. We've done one in the past for Hollywood Studios, but the stream cut out partway through and I didn't notice. So we're gonna try to actually finish the tour this time. We also didn't finish Epcot. We will go back there one day. Sorry. We will go back there one day. It's not right now. But we'll finish that. We will do Magic Kingdom at some point. And of course Animal Kingdom. Maybe Disney Springs. I don't know if that one would work well for a stream tour, because it is always super crowded. It's mostly just restaurants and stuff. So that's one I definitely have to think about someday. The water parks are a definite no, because like I don't think that would work out well at all for streams, because the like waterproofing cameras and stuff is a bit of a hassle. So I don't think that one would be worth it. Maybe at some other point. Freedom's Gimme says, I am eating waffles in your swamp. Makes you think of that clip from Super Mario Bros. Co-op when James was watching the footage of me and Pancake making fun of him. He just glares into the camera and goes, waffles are better than pancakes. Alright, so now we're going to be going inside the Hollywood Studios. It's going to be a super fun time. It's going to be awesome. A part of me is a little worried that it's going to start raining, because those clouds awfully do look a little stormy. So I am a little concerned that it might start thunderstorming while we're here. And I do not have a poncho, and I do not want to buy one. I have an umbrella, but I forgot about it.
You bring those Hot Wheels right over here. Hot Wheels right over here.
I'm doing a live stream. I'm doing a live stream.
Oh.
The security guard was the only one I was doing, holding the phone like this. I guess not a whole lot of people start streaming going into the park. So, yeah, that's fun. What were we saying in the chat? These bugs was asking, are waffles better? I always like the code where it's like waffles are pancakes with abs. I'll make sure my waffles are yours. Let's just agree that all waffles and pancakes are amazing. And that's the end of that story. They're both awesome and amazing. Even if waffles are just a little bit better. That is the pass holder entrance. Gotta get out my park ticket.
longer used last time. One second, okay? What are we doing today?
I did it. Trying to do that one-handed and that was a little difficult, so yeah. Welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios. The best of the Disney parks, and no one can change my mind. So, we're gonna be a little bit more organized this time, and we're gonna do this tour with the mindset that we haven't done before. So, now we're in Hollywood Boulevard, the entrance to the park. Disney's Hollywood Studios was originally conceived as a hybrid theme park and movie studio. It was supposed to compete with Universal Studios, and it was born out of the idea that Michael Eisner wanted more people to stay at Disney longer. And seeing how Epcot did just that not too long ago, he decided to do the same thing for a third park. So, with Hollywood Studios, that was basically the original idea, was that they wanted it to be like a movie studio and theme park hybrid. It definitely had a lot more emphasis on the movie studio aspect. Like it had like an actual Streets of America thing that was meant to be like a perfect backdrop for people to film movies. And they have a working animation studio. The building is still there, and I often go through there on my breaks, but it's not really that much of a focus anymore. We're gonna head down this way real quick. We're gonna head down towards Sunset Boulevard. This was the first major land expansion for the park. Sunset Boulevard is it's a pretty interesting area. It has like a lot of shops and stuff like that. It's basically kind of acts as like a second main street for this park that leads right to some more intense rides. Because around this time, Michael Eisner was trying to introduce more thrill rides to the parks. And doing so, on top of things like Star Tours and Test Track and all that fun stuff, among these was the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. This was originally conceived as a hotel ride hybrid. It's going to be like a working hotel people could stay in that also housed the actual ride itself. But the logistics of this was difficult to figure out. Sorry, excuse me. So they didn't go through with it. But like I said earlier, I was terrified to go on this ride when I was a kid. But like nowadays, it's honestly one of my favorite rides now. My sister, like, she loves this ride so much, and I'm really excited to go on it with her. So, yeah, the Tower of Terror had long lines earlier in the year because one of the shafts was down for maintenance. I think the other one's going to be going down for maintenance too soon, but yeah, the really cool thing about this one is that like the elevators and things like that, the way they're programmed, they can like change the actual sequence of the drops, which allowed them to update the ride later to introduce a randomizing feature. So every ride is going to feature at least 1 or 2 full tower drops, and then a number of sequences for different lengths and things like that for the other drops and things. So yeah, this one is the only one that features the randomizer feature. The one in Disneyland Paris always goes the same route. The one in Tokyo is not themed for Twilight Zone at all. And the one in California was obviously rethemed for Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to go on that one sometime. It looks really funny. Down here is the entrance for Fantasmic. It's currently closed right now. I hope it comes back soon, because Fantasmic was always really fun. But yeah, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror like has some of the coolest theming for any Disney ride ever. And going on with my friend a few months back was really like a big eye-opening experience for that, because she was also able to go on like the Magic Backstage thing, so she got to see like how a lot of the ride works, and it gave me like a new appreciation for it. But as cool as Tower of Terror is, it's no Rock and Roller Coaster. This is my absolute favorite Disney ride of all time. It's a roller coaster. It has amazing music. It goes in loops. It has a launch section, and it's rock and roll. I mean, what's better than that? I mean, nothing. Literally, nothing can compete with this. This is my favorite Disney ride of all time. So unfortunately, we won't be able to go on here during the stream because, again, earlier I said that we aren't really going to be focusing too much on going on the actual rides themselves on stream. But we can still appreciate the building. There's also a Lightning McQueen show over there. I don't know anything about it. I think it's a show for kids. And that's cool and all. We're probably going to take my niece there at some point. But with it just being me here, probably no. Now, let's talk about the actual ride itself. Rock and Roller Coaster has a lot of really cool secrets. When it was first conceived to have a roller coaster themed for music, Disney's original the price that Kiss wanted to charge Disney to use their music cost about the same as building the ride itself. So Disney was like, we're not doing that. So they instead partnered with Aerosmith for a couple of reasons. One, they're one of the largest pillars of music from the 80s and things like that, so they're very synonymous with rock and roll in general. But also, they were already in the contract with Aerosmith because Aerosmith was composing music for the movie Armageddon at the time. So they figured they're already in contract with them, they're already on good terms, let's get Aerosmith to sponsor this attraction. And it worked. Everyone knows Aerosmith and everyone knows Rock and Roller Coaster. So, a funny thing about this, Rock and Roller Coaster was also supposed to have a California version for Disney California Adventure. But this was not going to feature Aerosmith, it's going to feature No Doubt. This didn't go through because of budget and space problems. They did open another Rock and Roller Coaster in Paris. This one's slightly different. It's still themed for Aerosmith, but it kind of has a different storyline, because the one here talks about trying to get, I guess, to the VIP concert within a short amount of time. But the one in Paris talks about like a new way to listen to music through like a fast car or something. So, yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster, favorite ride of all time. I don't think anything's gonna ever beat it. This Blexen says Hollywood time. Gregor Gaming says probably not as good as Island Adventure though. This Blexen says I don't think a hotel and a ride like Tower of Terror would work out that well because of the screams. Yeah, that probably wouldn't work too well. Disney has good soundproofing systems, but not that good. Gregor Gaming says I'm skipping that ride. Yeah, we all know you don't like thrill rides. So I do want to try to drag you on at least one roller coaster, because I'd love for all of us to go on a coaster. But I don't know, that probably won't happen. His Blexer says I was too scared of Rock and Roller Coaster. I can certainly see that. Like, the most intense part is definitely the opening, when it like builds you up and launches you into the first loop. That's definitely the most intense part of it. Once you get into the groove of the ride, like the thing that helps me most is to like kind of sing along with the music, because that you can do that on Rock and Roller Coaster, and you can also do that now on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, because that one also has a lot of really great rock and roll music as well. So, man, Cosmic Rewind soundtrack is amazing. I won't spoil too much of it, but man, just Cosmic Rewind is just really fun. Gaming says I don't like roller coasters or unexpected drops. That's totally fair. Like, everyone has their limit for what kind of ride they want to go on. So, like, I can definitely respect that. I don't know what my limit is right now, though. Tower of Terror was my limit when I was a kid, but nowadays I have a lot more tolerable. I have a lot higher limit for an intense ride. I think a sudden drop, like just a straight free fall drop, that would, okay. I think I do have a limit. So if you're on a car and it tilts backwards into a loop, that would freak me out. But even then, like, it'd probably scare me the first time going on it. But then I'd go on it again and it'd be like the best thing ever. So, alright, so unfortunately we won't be able to stream for too much longer because my phone is dying. So, yeah, we're gonna kind of speed run through the rest of this tour. And then we're gonna finish up. So we're not gonna be going to like the Muppet area. We're gonna go through Toy Story Land and then finish the stream in Galaxy's Edge. Because we have to go to Galaxy's Edge. It's my home place. It's my home place. Oh, there's a squirrel! Hey, look, there's a cute little squirrel and it's super adorable and it's a squirrel and it's so cute. Sorry, I get easily distracted. There's a cute little squirrel and it's so cute. I saw a bunny in Galaxy's Edge the other day. I don't know how a bunny got in the park. Yeah, now we're going through this area. This used to be the animation courtyard, but they've changed it. So, yeah, this entire area is like completely different than it was just a few years ago. It was going to say, I bet Gator would go on a roller coaster from Universal while watching how everyone else watches from the ground. Probably true. These Blixen says secret bunny. Right here we got the Walt Disney Museum. There's also a Sully meet and greet. It's really cool in there. You get to see a lot of really neat stuff. We did demonstrate that in the previous stream, but that segment also took a little longer than I liked. So we're not going to be going through there today. What I really love about it in there is that there's like an area that showcases one of the early ideas for the California Adventure expansion. Because I can't find the concept art for it anywhere, but I know it exists. When the California Adventure was going through its expansion through 2009 to 2012, one of the ideas was to have like a Toy Story parachute drop where the Maliboomer used to be. But they eventually scrapped that idea. But now we're going to Toy Story Land. I love this place so much. So Gator going to see John Goodman. So we got Toy Story Land over here. We got the man himself, Woody.
Oh, well, pull my string. You must be the new toys. Welcome. I'm Sheriff Woody, and you've got a play date with Destiny.
So the concept behind Toy Story Land is that this is this is Andy's backyard, and like everything here is like a little creation, like parts of his imagination. So, yeah, like this ride right here, Slinky Dog Dash. Okay, real quick, I gotta bring this up. So my baby niece has recently gotten obsessed with Toy Story, and I love hearing it so much.
I'm Jessie, and that dinosaur toy up there, that's Rex. How's it going, Rex?
Did I ever tell you I'm afraid of heights? No? Well, let me tell you, I'm afraid of heights.
Isn't that just one of the coolest things ever? I love Slinky Dog Dash. It's so much fun. So the idea behind it is that it was like a little toy creation kit. This right here is Toy Story Mania. It comes out of a toy box and looks really cool. These are pretty good too. Looks like the drink cart's closed right now though. Unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, Slinky Dog Dash. The little roller coaster part of it is supposed to be part of a toy where you can like put together your own little tiny roller coaster. But rather than putting like the actual car on it, Andy put Slinky on it. So it's like a little product.